just arrived at the Komarnica village, and it's an incredible place. It's like one of the most beautiful valleys I ever been to. Look at that.
That's Komarnica Canyon, and it's one of the biodiversity hotspots of Balkans. It has a lot of endemic plants and insects, and it's full of life. And Komarnica River is one of the last remaining wild rivers in Europe. I came to this beautiful place to take a part in a protest educative camp, so it's not only about protesting but also education. The goal is to explain to locals what can be done with this place, why it's so valuable and why we need to protect it.
It can be national park, but also part of the UNESCO World Heritage Natural Site. And the only problem was that decision makers from Shavnik municipality were against this idea. And then they didn't want to proclaim Komarnica as national park, but as nature park.
The main difference is that national parks have a way greater protection than natural parks. So, if it stays natural, then they could continue exploiting forest and resources. And right now, Komarnica is under threat of a large hydropower plant, which is such a wrong idea, already confirmed by many experts. It will bring tiny amount of energy to Montenegro, yet many species will disappear, also endemic one, and several kinds of fish won't be able to migrate anymore.
This waterfall falls directly into the Komarnica river, and after the stream goes faster and the water goes deeper, and it's possible to kayak there as well.
During the camp, there were organized many outdoor activities, like kayaking or climbing.
Here are people from all over the Europe: Austria, Poland, Montenegro, Bosnia, Serbia, Germany, Netherlands, and many others. The nature is so amazing, and there are so many ways how we can be engaged and how can we learn and try to understand it better. It always fascinates me, and it's so nice to be at such events when the people share their passion to nature in all kinds of different ways.
Alongside outdoor events, there were also scientific researches, like bird ringing.
To release the legs first, then the wings. Wow, okay. So she is a little bit aggressive.
It's a female, no?
Female. Yeah,
Male with black cap.
Yeah. Ajde upisuj. A0, 712. It's 46. So we don't have the fat because fat is yellow and we don't see any. So she needs to eat more, but the muscle is very good. 843.
Birds, which are migrating over the sea and come to the coast, where we are losing habitats like swamps, marshes and bushy places, will have a drop of population. So, with the ringing, we can spot those habitats and protect them.
Here we have some birds that are ringed in Hungary, and then we recapture it in the Montenegro, so you can have a line of migration route. But if you have a lot of data, you can protect areas along that route. Everything is in balance if you don't touch it.
People who want to invest in this hydropower plant, together with politicians, they told to local communities that this project is the best thing that would happen in this area, that would bring them roads and water, which should have been brought to them before, nevertheless, of the hydropower plant. Most of the locals, unfortunately, are for building hydropower because of the stories they hear from politicians who are pushing this project.
And it's very easy to manipulate them by promising new jobs, better roads or cheaper electricity. Of course, politicians who are lobbying for hydropower are doing it not because they believe it's a right choice, but because they will make a lot of money for themselves.
That's why it's easy to buy people.
Yes.
We'll make a better road.
Yes.
Look at this amazing place. It's an incredible valley. Down there is the river Komarnica. But if you have a closer look, you will notice something different.
There is no organized system of trash collection, so people for years been throwing stuff away just from the hills. But I can't accept that the problem is only in the lack of services. To me, it seems that right mentality and values of people, that's what's missing. So one day we met with locals to demonstrate that it's more beneficial to keep pristine nature and not the hydropower plant. Here is a great potential for outdoor center and rural tourism, like climbing, hiking, camping, and that people from all over the world already came here just to kayak this river. And during the event, locals also had a chance to sell their products. It's amazing how this guy can raise a regular stone and find so much under it. That was a workshop about insects. In the evenings there were various lectures, like this one about speleology. And the most important one was the meeting of various activists from different countries who came here to share their experiences on how they succeed in defending rivers and nature. Of course, at this point it's better to have a tourism here rather than a hydropower plant, but as long as we don't change our economical system and the need to trade for our survival, it will be very hard to change anything. In a few years, that place might become over-touristed, with 5-star luxury hotels on every corner and infrastructure that will ruin everything. Nevertheless, I really respect and support Save Komarnica team for their efforts to save this amazing place.
And as my friend Deja Lazarevic says, people should not be afraid of living in the dark. They should be afraid of living in the place where there is no nature.